you wanted that, then you had to be a blacksmith, and I'm not sure how common that is nowadays. I mean, I loved being a blacksmith. I thought it was great, but I was never going to be one to go out and get all the rare items you needed to like, get the super stuff.
Whatever that Cindermane Charger that dude's riding is awesome. It's a winged fire horse.
Yeah, but you got a winged bird, man.
True.
The small and big one.
Yeah, it's true. The baby and the daddy. Or the mama, depending on
the before and after.
Yeah, right? Someday you'll grow up to be this. Wow.
You worked for it, god darn it.
2 years.
Mm-hmm. I like this. I just chunked out my credit card and just kind of... You know what? Because I can, I'm going to go fly over to Nagrand. Not Nagrand. The pretty place.
Nagrand.
Yeah. I'm going the wrong way. Just because I want to give some people something to look at besides my butt and like flip through menus.
Right.
I'm still going the wrong way. God darn it. There we go. Better.
Hmm.
Oh, did you go see Ghostbusters?
Not yet, no.
So quickly, I'll just say I enjoyed it. There were parts. This is mostly for other people because Xavier and I have actually talked about this already. But I enjoyed it. It was there was many times when I was just laughing my eyes out, crying because it was just so funny. But you got to go into it knowing that it is a remake, not a continuation of. So
yeah,
which honestly I'm a little sad about. I'm just like, oh crud, because I really enjoyed the first two movies. But if you go in knowing that, then it's good. It's a good movie. The girls do a really good job. I didn't realize Chris Hemsworth's in it.
Oh yeah, he's a big part of it.
Well, I don't want to call him a big part of it, but he's in it.
Oof, the Grand looks even better when you have the max draw distance.
Are you there already?
Yeah, you can see pretty much across the zone.
Just trying to fly my way in there, trying to figure out.
Just basically, you wanted to head south from Tangamar.
I know, but it's just like looking for the opening in the hills. All right, let's see if I can actually do this. So advanced graphics. You had yours set to 10 and then lowered what?
So I had the graphics quality I put up to 10, and then I lowered shadow quality from ultra high down to high because I didn't really notice a huge difference, and it seemed to make a big difference on.
And liquid detail to good.
Yeah, and dropped liquid details to good. Everything else I left as is, even though it was a little bit above what was recommended. And like
wow, you actually know what the frame rate does stick right at 60, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, right now.
I play Final Fantasy. Those obviously, though not really obviously, but those that listen, the one person out there, know that I play Final Fantasy more than anything nowadays.
Yeah.
But gosh, this is a pretty game.
Yeah.
Although it's a little weird. Like I go some of these branches, they're like 2-dimensional.
Well, yes, the trees have always been kind of meh because of the way they were built.
It's interesting.
Because again, these trees, but like the trees in like Vanilla WoW were never meant to be seen from above. So
yeah, but these I get like right next to them, and there's like, oh look, there's a. It's like I can see, it's like looking at a piece of paper turned sideways.
Yeah,
that's kind of disappointing.
Yep.
Anyway, I forget how much I enjoyed the way this game looked, just with the
like almost cartoony, but not quite.
Yeah, exactly, the cartooniness of it, which I really enjoy. I mean, Don't get me wrong. I enjoy the style of Final Fantasy as well. It's very anime, which I'm into. But this is just crazy. Wow, these guys are only 2 levels ahead of us.
Which guys?
The animals on the ground. So it looks like we might be skipping almost like skipping the whole next area.
Well, that was my hope. Was we were gonna skip Terracar and go right into the ground.
I don't look like we can. Not by. We'll miss it by. I mean, we can certainly if you want. I wouldn't say now, but what we could do, if you want to do that, we could actually the next few sessions we do dungeons.
It's not a bad idea.
That way we can just say, you know what, we'll just do dungeons, skip this other section which is just we don't like, and kind of get to this pretty area. Because that is how I'm leveling my WoW character. So all 12 of her.
You mean your Final Fantasy character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I recently got. I mean, the max level for Final Fantasy is 60. I got all my jobs to 50 recently.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, okay, so now to that next step. Apparently, the difference between 50 and 60 isn't huge, but the quality of garments is pretty massive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm level 54 with the current job I'm working on, and my guy, and she looks completely different, but she looks awesome. I'm just like, I gotta take pictures.
Aw.
What?
They're dropping the amount of gold you can get from garrisons.
So what?
That was a good way to make money.
Yeah, but you already made a ton of money.
Yeah, well. They're basically doing the garrisons basically kept me neutral paying for my monthly subscription.
Oh.
So
you might actually have to put some effort into it?
No, I'll just have to dig into my reserves. Which, yes, I understand is extensive, but...
The Republican in-game you.
I know. This game is the only game where I'm a Republican.
Yeah. Pretty hardcore, too, actually.
Well, to be honest, one thing about this, it's easy about this, is I don't spend gold on anything. Like, I don't buy mounts, I don't buy the expensive items and all that. So it's easy to save the money because there's no money going out. It's all coming in. Yeah. So the only thing I spend money on now is my monthly subscription because that's totally worth it. But before the monthly subscription, I didn't, like...
Where are you?
I'm in the Grand. You are right...
About, I'm, like, near you.
Yeah, you're below me. Up, there you go. Hello.
Hello.
I'll just read up. So there's a quest series to acquire a free set of heirloom upgrades. The quest chain requires you to loot misprinted Drayonic coins from mobs while completing your first random Drayonic heroic of the day. As you in Legion, as you level up, these heroics won't be available in your random dungeon UI, and it's unclear if you will be able to complete them. So, all right. So that looks like something that to think about doing.
Well, I mean, but don't you need to be level?
You have to be level 100, but you're close with ROM.
Yeah, I just have to put the time in. I just haven't.
Well, then put the time
in. So it's really gonna, it's like if I'm gonna level something, I got all this stuff to do on Final Fantasy. I'm just like, it's hard for me to.
Yeah. So they opened up the 12th character slot on the servers.
Oh, nice.
Which would make sense because now they have the Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunters, yeah.
So
I mean, how long until we see Demon Hunters? But they're not out yet. You can't actually be a Demon Hunter.
Yeah, you can.
You can make a Demon Hunter.
Yeah. That's if you've purchased the.
The digital one.
If you purchase the expansion.
Right. Okay.
Then you, let me see. It says early access to Demon Hunter hero class. 1 sec.
I mean, I got the collector's edition because I apparently want to collect the box sets for some silly reason.
Yeah, it's just who you
so I gotta wait till the day to. Oh, neat! I got a free pole arm for something. Oh, they gave me like, hey, you want to be a survivalist?
It's a week before launch. Oh. Wow, Demon Hunters start at level 98. It seems.
I guess I'm not terribly surprised.
That's disappointing, though.
Well, just think about what they. I mean, they did the same thing to Death Knights.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, Death Knight started 15 levels lower, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess it's. So I guess Demon Hunters aren't out quite yet. You're gonna get access to them. It says a few weeks, which could be anywhere from like 2 to 4.
Yeah, but that's all right. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna have access to it.
Well,
I may have pre-ordered it, but I didn't pre-order a digital version.
Well, it's a month from today, I think is when Legion drops.
Yeah, or pretty close.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't bought the expansion yet, partially because I fully expect to be immersed in No Man's Sky at that time.
Well, do we know when it's going to come out yet?
No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
August 9th.
Is that a for sure thing?
For sure thing. It's official. The game is complete. They're ready to release it. Yep.
Well, gosh darn it! Why wait? Just release the dang thing.
I know. Well,
there was a Tuesday yesterday. They could have done it.
I know. They've got to digitize it and then get everything ready. And all that stuff.
Excuses.
I know, right?
I mean, they released Shadows of Mordor 2 weeks early.
Oh, so here we go. If you pre-purchase World of Warcraft Legion and your game is fully updated, you can create a new Demon Hunter around the 2nd or 3rd week of August, no later than August 17th globally. So
no later.
no,
Why no later?
So it means that you'll have at least 3 or 4 days ahead of time.
Well,
So
I mean, really, when they introduce a new class, you pretty much want to stay out of that anyway for a couple weeks, just because. Yeah. I mean, it's like, to be honest, I don't know why I punish myself when I do this, and a lot of people do it, but where it's just like, all right, expansion's released, let's do it! Hit the play button, boop! And then you're just like, please wait, you are in a queue, 400 people are ahead of you.
Yeah.
Or the servers crash or something, and you just like, it happens every time, but everybody forgets.
Yeah.
Or they're thinking, maybe this time it just won't happen.
And that's and it's just I will probably get the expansion only because I'm actually pretty interested in that in the Demon Hunter because I like new classes. But other than that, there really isn't a whole lot coming out. Like the artifact weapon is neat, but I see that getting kind of tedious after a while.
Now, okay, explain to me. I think I have again. I apologize for this for WoW versus Final Fantasy 14 discussions, but I have a Final Fantasy 14 has things called relic weapons.
Yep.
And there's 3 or 4 different versions where you basically start on one end of a quest chain and you end up with, and at the end, like, you basically keep doing these things to power up your weapon. And at the end, you get this really awesome glowy thing. You know, that everybody's like, ooh, you know, when they see it. Is that kind of what this is the case? For what'd you call them?
Artifact weapons.
Artifact weapons.
So the way the artifact weapons work, to the best of my knowledge, is there's a quick quest chain, kind of like a solo instance scenario.
Hit follow on me. We'll go around and get all the zones.
Okay, I'm following. The way it works is so you do this chain, which gets you the artifact weapon. The artifact weapon levels up along with you, and as you levels up, you actually have like each time you basically get a point that you can put a point into a certain ability for that weapon, which will unlock either abilities you can use or it'll power up the weapon itself.
So you can, like, say, increase the DPS or give yourself the ability to, I don't know, throw a fireball?
Possibly.
Or do you not really know? Or is there, like, the details are a little sketchy?
Well, that's what details are sketchy. I just haven't read up on it a ton.
Okay.
But, like, each spec for each class has their own artifact weapon.
Yeah.
So, like, for, let's see. See if I can find one that's...
My horse looks different when I change the graphic settings.
Yeah.
It's much more translucent.
Yeah. Well, and even, like, my Phoenix, the feathers stick out a bit more on the chest.
Isn't it great? Isn't it cool when that happens? Where you just look at the differences, you know?
Well, it's also nice to have computers that can handle this, right?
Yeah, that's true, too. And I'm, like, recording using Fraps, which is just nuts.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, for...
Do I need to go lower to get these places?
No, what happens is when you get to a new zone, you have to actually stop moving.
Oh.
And then, like, you stop moving for a second, and then it clicks on the... You got it, and then you can start up again. But if you just fly straight on through, you never actually get credit.
All right, so it's gotta be. Let's go here.
Yeah.
Maybe I can stop on. Anything over here. There we go.
So, like, for hunters, there's a gun called Titan Strike.
Mm-hmm. Explain to me. I mean, so Titan Strike starts as a level 1 gun.
No, it starts as it starts as a. It looks like all legacy or artifact weapons start at item level 750, which is
okay. It's now 750.
So
for comparative, I got this little doohickey of a gun here. This is my heirloom gun, which is item level 93.
Correct.
Holy goodness.
Well, yeah, and then maybe you have to remember that's just a little bit above because like I think like heroic or like there's no heroic the mythic rating in Warlords I think was like 720 or something.
Wow, that is some serious power behind it.
Serious power behind it. So there's a bow, Thazdara Legacy of Windrunners, which, to give you an idea, like this is before you power it up. Equipped, grants access to the Wind Burst ability, which deals massive damage to a target, increases allies' movement speed in the arrow's path.
Okay, that's a little weird, but alright.
Then you got that Titan Strike, which equipped Hadi, whoever Hadi is, will fight for you as a companion. So it looks like you get like a companion pet that will fight for you. And then there's a pole arm for the the survival hunters, which where do you go? One-handed mace, one-handed blah 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 blah. Fist, 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 dagger, 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 dagger. Where the hell's the pole? Is there more than one page? Oh, there's more than one page. It's like, what the hell?
Dagger, dagger. Ignore that. Ignore that. Oh, there we go.
Dagger, dagger, dagger. Let's see.
This is a really nice area. I enjoy this area. It's quite nice.
So it looks like it's called for the survival hunters. It looks like it's called Talon Claw. Grants a Fury of the Eagle ability, which unleashes an unrelenting series of frontal spear strikes.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah. No, right. Let's see if there's. Hang on. There's one I wanted to see if I could find. That looks like it's for warlocks. So there's one for the mages. Let's go. Let's go to staff. Forms. Quest staff. A Luneth, that might be the arcane one, grants the mark of a Luneth ability, which places a rune on the ground that explodes for massive damage after a short delay. Ebon Chill, which I believe is the frost one, grants the Ebon Bolt ability, which deals massive shadow frost damage to a single target. That one.
So getting those kind of weapons seems like it'd be something you'd enjoy, though.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not going to enjoy them. I'm just saying that they're like, you're basically going to have the same weapon for a long time. So I think after a while, it's going to kind of. Not really.
Yeah, but this is coming from a guy that's worn the same thing for 3 expansions.
Yeah, that's true.
To be honest, it depends on how it looks.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing was, well, apparently, if I read correctly, as you go along, you can actually customize the look of the weapon.
Oh, cool.
Paladins, by the way, get Ashbringer.
Really? Which is a big hammer, by the way.
No,
sword. It's a big sword.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I read a comic that's about that. The Ashbringer. No, I didn't read it. It was, there is a website out there, or not a website, a YouTube channel that is called like Comics Explained, where basically a guy does a dramatic reading of different comic stories.
Yep.
And one of them was Ashbringer and how it became into effect and all this, how he came like to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I heard that name. Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. So anyway, so you have these artifact weapons, which again kind of level up with you as you go. And then, so there's artifact traits. So as you go along, let's do one for hunters, just because.
Why not?
Fly filter. Okay, so there's like a.
We are so deep in this territory, and yet it's still not triggering anything.
Yeah, I just got discovered spirit fields.
Well, yeah, no, we're not in the spirit fields anymore.
Oh, that's true. Well, sometimes you got to basically, in some of them, you have to go to like a focal point, like a town or a camp or something.
Yeah, but I don't want to go anywhere near the town because we're in the Alliance area.
No, you can still get close to the town. You just don't get because I don't think this place had any flying guards.
All right.
So just get relatively close, and then you'll see the name pop up, and then just stop moving.
Then run away! Oh, there it goes here.
Yeah, boom.
Oh no.
Yeah, just got it, Solari Basin.
Yeah, but it didn't register on the map.
No, because it's a small area. It's not the actual. The map won't unlock. No, back the way you came. Go back. Keep going towards the town. You'll see Talar, whatever it is, the name pop up. Again, I don't think there's any flying guards here.
Well, if we die, people, I can. Yep. I'm not going to say anything.
Don't get close to the ground. Just there you go. Now there you go. See.
Yep. Why is there? Who is that? Why is there a health bar underneath me now?
Yeah, there was one for me too. I don't know what that was. Oh, because there were flying guards there.
All right, we're running away like scared little bunnies.
Exactly, like.
Run away! Run away!
Right.
You've been spotted by nearby guards. Got the guard mark. Oh! Well, no, that's not me. It's like, oh shoot, they're firing at us. Nope, that's just the Phoenix doing its Phoenix thing.
So let's do this. So that's not gonna work. So for Beastmaster, so let's assume because you're probably gonna continue with Beastmaster because it'll allow you to have Bear. So, your weapon's gonna be the Titan Strike. So one of the talents, one of the traits you can give your artifact weapon as you go along, and obviously the further you go, the better the ones get, is Beastmaster, which increases the damage dealt by your dire beast by 12%. Mm-hmm. Then they've got Focus of the Titans, which has 3 ranks, increased damage dealt by multi-strike by 5% per rank. Furious Swipes, 3 ranks, increased damage dealt by Beast Cleave by 10% per level. Let's see, that one comes with a weapon. Here we go. This is one I think you'll like. Hunter's Advantage. When you use Misdirection on your pet takes 35% less damage for 8 seconds.
Snazzy.
Yep. Jaws.
a little old man time here. But I used to get up early, like before work, and like one of these corners used to have elementals. I used to farm those like at 5 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
That was the only time there was nobody else there.
That and over here, and then the Throne of the Elements or whatever up in the.
Yeah, I think that's where it was.
Yep.
You're just like, all right, I gotta come in some really weird times just to get a chance to find. And every so often there was someone there, which would really tick me off.
Yeah, I